Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your brother Frona back at it with some more Nikke news, and I'm telling y'all, man, we are finally getting in the thick of it. Not only did we talk about the third anniversary live stream updates that we have gotten over the past couple of days, but we now have, of course, what another thing that everyone was waiting for, being the fact that we now are finally getting the free skin for Red Hood Rapi that we obtained, or that we earned rather, through her winning first place in the latest popularity poll that was held earlier in the year. And if you're unfamiliar with these types of events in Nikke, every year they hold a popularity poll around like half anniversary time, and basically the community votes for their favorite Nikke. They get like 5 votes that they can do every single day, and whoever ends up winning first in that competition receives basically a free gacha skin. And I say it like that because pretty much what you're getting with the free skin is basically the exact same thing that you would expect with any regular gacha skin, and even more than that, right? So, moving on to this first image here, this is the look of the new free skin. As you can see, Rapi Red Hood Special. The look of the free skin that we're getting, which of course looks great. Obviously, I expected it to look a lot better in the final rendition compared to the actual popularity poll voting. Of course, a look at her new burst skill animation. And the thing that's added on top of it, which usually gacha skins don't get, is the fact that she also gets a new theme song to commemorate her winning the poll, as well as the new event that we'll be getting alongside this. And as always, like we usually get when it comes to the top 5 winners in each popularity poll event, we also get the respective frames, and of course also one for the actual winner itself. And I will say one thing I like about the way they do frames is that even if we have, a repeat winner in the top 5, they always seem to do a new take on the frame rather than just giving out the same frame that they would have gotten previously in the last couple of years that they got top 5 in. So that is nice to see, of course, for someone like Scarlet, who has been in the top 5 multiple times at this point. And just to give y'all another look at what we typically expect from these type of events. So the very first winner of the popularity poll was, of course, the favorite girl Marianne back when she originally released. And of course we got, as you guys can see, a whole basically mini event tied to the popularity poll skin winner. Basically think of like these mini events as like the same as the April Fool's Day event. It's not like a full-blown 2-week event where you have to like go through multiple stages of story for like normal and hard mode. Just like a nice little heartwarming story for the respective character that won the poll, to give an idea of how they went about obtaining, of course, the free skin. Because of course Shift Up likes to add on a nice little narrative to everything to make it tie in better and not just basically be like, here, take this free skin and that's it. So this is a look at the splash art for that event. And this was the actual breakdown of the avatar frames that came alongside her during that time. And of course the second winner after Marianne was, of course, the favorite girl Red Hood. Obviously no brainer, ever since she released her first Annie, we all knew she was going to win the popularity poll that year. So of course they gave her a free skin, being this dress skin. A look at the things that we got for her as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Marianne actually got a theme song when she won hers, so that's interesting to take note of. I feel like I want to say the developers mentioned that at some point a long time ago, if they were gonna maybe do that for her or not, but I mean she already has her own theme song, so either way, these were the frames that came out alongside her popularity poll event. You basically see the progression of the favorite characters in the top 5 during that time. We had, of course, the majority of the Pioneer Squad with Marianne, Alice, and Anise. Surprisingly, coming out the ringer as an SR character being in the top 5, which is insane. And of course, you have these characters over here as well. But with all that out the way, again, another look at the Rapi skin. Very, very excited. Now, as someone who personally has purchased the summer gacha skin for Rapi, I feel like we're kind of getting at a point in the game where, I mean, I'm not really sure how Shift Up will go about doing this, but I feel like they need to create a way for players to kind of randomly swap through their skins for the different characters in the game. Because, I mean, you already know, there's so many characters in the game that have a bunch of skins that it's like, if you're someone who, one of those characters that applies to is one of your favorite characters, and you obviously, as being one of your favorite characters, buy every single skin that released for them, you really only get to take advantage of one skin at a time. You really can't have a way to just randomly select through your list of skins without manually doing it yourself. So hopefully, a quality of life update they bring in the future, like around next year or so, is they have a way to be able to swap between all the skins you have obtained for your characters. And I feel like the easiest way to do this without making it too complicated and have it, be widespread across everything from like the, profile banner and the Nikke tab to the home screen to this, that, and the third. I feel like it's just to only make it an option that's tied to actual in-game combat. Again, I feel like that would just be the simplest, because otherwise then they'd have to figure out a way to incorporate that into all the areas I mentioned. And I mean, we all know how buggy the game can be when they try adding new things, so I definitely wouldn't want to see, a quality of life feature like that basically potentially break the game. But at the end of the day, that would just mean more compensation for us, right? So how can you really complain? I say sparingly. But yeah, overall, very, very excited for this event. We haven't gotten any other information on Twitter regarding, the splash art for the actual event. I assume we'll get that either today in the newest batch of posts, or tomorrow or sometime before the actual update for the next update goes live. But again, for any of y'all out there that couldn't afford to pick up the summer gacha skin, then hey, safe to say you're probably gonna be eating real good, because again, they did do a good job with the free skin, as they typically do for the ones prior, right? For Marianne and Red Hood, definitely did a great job, and everyone seemed to love those skins, and even just a little event story that came along with them was pretty heartwarming and nice to see. So I'm definitely curious to see how they do it for Rapi, because obviously seeing how she's more in tune with being open with her emotions and her feelings, I'm sure they're going to play into probably just a day spent with the commander. I mean, this is like nightgown we're talking about, so really can only go so many ways. I don't see her walking out in public like that. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. Just wanted to show you guys a look at, not only what we've been expecting to receive when it comes to these popularity poll skin winners, but also seeing obviously the new stuff that we got for Rapi so far. Again, very excited to see how this plays out in terms of the little mini story they have. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, if you feel like this skin in general is better than the summer gacha skin, or if you're glad you didn't end up picking that up, because now we have, again, like I said, basically a free gacha skin that everyone can attain simply just by logging into the game while this event period is going on. Again, that's very important to note. Make sure you log into the game while this event period is live, because if you miss out on it, you will never be able to obtain those free skins again. We have never seen an instance of these skins coming back to the game ever since they left with their events. So do keep that in mind, that you're staying on top of it and making sure to log into the game at the very least, because even if you don't own the character, you will still get the skin for free. And of course, once you do eventually get the character, either through the wish list or just the lucky off banner pull, then I mean, yeah, you'll be able to equip it immediately. So always great to have. Again, make sure you're logging in during this time period so you can claim all the free goodies as well as the frames. And that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for some more Nikke news and content. It's Brother Frona, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.